Hello everyone, thanks for coming outside with me today. Today I would like to talk about a touchy, pretty debatable topic on whether posting hunting content to YouTube is a good idea, and in particular why I don't do it. Some of these reasons are personal and more of a selfish reason, and some of them are logistical in how my content is displayed for the viewers on YouTube and the internet at large. We'll start off with the personal and the selfish ones first. The first one is that it is a ton of work. If there's one thing that we as humans never seem to have enough of, it's time. And in particular with my wife, my two little girls, and my work schedule and everything else, I don't really have a ton of extra time to be putting into putting all that extra time on stand. One of the biggest things that I tried this year, I tried to get hunts, and I spent probably double if not triple the amount of time in the woods that I have in the past with pretty much the same success rate, but that puts a lot of strain, a lot of stress on my family, put a lot of strain and stress on me, and a lot of pressure on me to perform, to be able to produce content for my viewers, and that's not the way I want my YouTube channel to work. I don't want to feel pressured to put content out. I love putting content out. I love sharing my experiences, whether they be in the woods or just here in my basement workshop, but I don't want to feel pressured to do it. I don't like putting in all that extra time and all that extra energy. It's a lot of work to go hunting. It's a lot of work to, in particular, do it by yourself, and I just don't have that time and energy at this point in my life. The second and final selfish reason for me is that this is not the focus of my YouTube channel. I'm Average Jack Archery, not Average Jack Archery Hunting. And although I love archery hunting and I'm setting up my bows for hunting in 3D already, even though we're still in the middle of spot season, I don't really want to make that the focus of my channel. The goal of my channel is to introduce as many people as I can to the world of archery. Recurve, indoor, 3D, hunting, I don't care what it is. I want to introduce as many people as I can of all age groups, of all ethnicities, of all places around the globe. So now that the selfish personal reasons are out of the way, let's get in the more highly debatable, a little bit more frustrating logistical reasons, political reasons if you will, why I don't put hunting on YouTube. So reason number one that's logistically related as to why I don't put hunts on YouTube is because hunts on YouTube is such a saturated market already. It seems like literally every single day or every other day that I'm perusing YouTube and I find these smaller channels, 100, 200, 300 subscribers that is producing top level videography, top level hunting, top level advice, archery advice, but it is just inundated the market is just inundated, and it just gets absolutely stacked up on with other hunting channels and other hunting videos just trying to put their content out there, and it just gets lost in all the noise. I'm here to help people get into archery, so putting my content into a stream of content that's already well overflowing its banks. It's well already inundated with content and high quality content too, but my stuff, it would just get lost in the shuffle, just like a lot of other channels I've seen get lost in the shuffle as well. And tying into that reason is reason number two logistically is that I don't feel, and this is of course an opinion, but I don't feel that putting hunts on YouTube, just hunts, putting that kind of content, not dabbling into archery, not dabbling into wildlife management as well, which a lot of very successful YouTube channels do. They get a blend and that's good, and they've been very successful at that, but putting out just hunting videos, it's just not sustainable over a long period of time. There are people like Bill Jordan's Realtree and the Mossy Oak guys and all that sort of stuff, Mark and Terry Drury. They've been doing the outdoor industry and hunting videos for decades, but they are in a very shallow pool of people that have been doing that for a living. So doing hunting content on this much smaller scale of YouTube with no sponsorships and very little time on my hands and all that sort of stuff, it doesn't really make sense that this is going to be, or that would be a very long and sustainable thing for me to do. Whereas archery, just archery, competitive archery, 3D, indoor, shooting spots, giving archery hunting tips, I could do this for as long as I really want, and as long as people are interested in archery, which, considering archery's been around for thousands and thousands of years, I think I'm going to continue to have a pretty solid audience. The third and final reason has to do with what you probably expected to hear me say when you first clicked on this video, which was demonetization and throttling of content and limiting search functions for the content that you're putting on YouTube. I really don't think that YouTube is out to get anybody or that advertisers are out to get anybody, and trust me, the money that I make off of YouTube is incredibly nominal. I mean, it's nice, it helps me, buy a dozen arrows every couple of months, or help me pay for new strings for my bow and that kind of stuff. And that's fantastic. But I'm not raking in the dough. I'm not buying new cars. I'm not paying off my house. But it is a little bit of money, and that's nice. And I don't really, A, want to see it go away, and B, I don't really want to give YouTube a reason to take away monetization, but also, more importantly, have a reason to say, I don't think his channel is appropriate. And therefore, when you search for archery related videos, you search for archery hunting tips, you search for shooting tips, you do anything of that sort of, search related topic on YouTube, I don't want to give them a reason to say, you know what, let's kind of pull back some of his videos. Let's put him on maybe page 2 of the search function instead of, up in the middle half of page 1. I would rather just put content out there that's acceptable for everybody. Archery's been acceptable for the world for thousands and thousands of years, and archery hunting is a touchy subject. So there's no reason for me to put a touchy subject on YouTube when I don't really want to in the first place. I don't really have to or need to. So that's all for this video. If you have any further questions or want to know more about why I don't put stuff on YouTube, or if you would like to tell me, hey, can you put more of this on YouTube instead, please send me a Facebook message or leave a comment here on YouTube, or hit me up on my Gmail account. I will leave all the links in the description below. Hope you're able to get outside and enjoy the sport of archery, and enjoy the sport of archery hunting if you so choose. Definitely enjoy God's beautiful creation, and we'll get to see you next time.